Hi Leos, this is going to be your reading for May 2025. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings is I start with the Angel Oracle here. I move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. All right, your card came out pretty fast, so let's get into it. Your message. You have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself in the world and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been a positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, your abilities better than ever. You are deeply connected to who you are and what you stand for and what's important in your life. When this card appears for you, angels are acknowledging the challenges and obstacles that you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Funny that Leo is the strength card. Know that the cloud has a silver lining and that you will soon have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or unsupported. Inner peace and a sense of security come from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented to you, you wouldn't be the person you are today. This is a time for you to reflect on the incredible strength that you have. No matter what has gone wrong for you, you have made your way through the darkness and into the light. When this card appears for you, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have I learned from this? This card represents the teacher that you have within. Through integrity and connection, you will be able to find a message within the mystery. If you are facing challenges, you are being encouraged to keep going and to trust the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. All right. Going to move on to tarot cards and then give me a minute to just feel the energy here, Leo, and we'll get into it, okay? For Leos, please. Okay, give me a minute just to feel this energy. Funny, when the cards card came out, I kind of saw a tornado. And it's this feeling of things, yes, really moving swiftly in this kind of tornado. Again, I don't know, maybe you're in, I don't think it's tornado season, but it just feels like there's this bit of this energy spiraling really, really fast. Maybe things are, getting upheaved really fast. It's this kind of vortex kind of type energy. I don't see it as such a bad thing. I do kind of feel like it's a sweeping energy here, and we kind of got to ground ourselves, especially in this month of May, so we don't kind of get picked up or swept away from this kind of tornado. Is this energy that I'm feeling. I have the Eight of Wands coming in here in your main energy in the beginning of the month. This is something coming in fast. It's energy of quick and fast, and this is kind of how it kind of relates to this kind of tornado energy, right? It's kind of just like things are coming at you quickly as you see all these Eight Wands are just kind of firing in. And so it's like, how can we kind of deal with all of those things happening maybe at one time here for yourself, okay? The important thing, like I said before, is to ground, because there could be some learning lessons in this here as well, but I think you're going to be really proud on how you kind of dealt with everything here. I have this Hangman in reversed, which is energy of basically being too quick to the jump with something here. It's like not allowing time to think about something, reacting maybe a little bit too quickly. Maybe this is out of fear, or maybe this is just out of, you're just like, I don't have time to think about it, but you do always have time. You might have to make some decisions here quickly, especially in this kind of month of May, but what I need you to do is I need you to ground yourself before making those decisions so we don't make the wrong decision, okay, Leo? That's going to be the energy here for you, is just to even if if it's 5 minutes to just ground, to breathe and then reconnect here, because you don't want to be moving so fast that you kind of miss something here, okay? That you're not giving yourself the time to, you know, breathe, to think about something. I have the 5 of Swords coming out sideways here, so there might be some kind of defeat for you, but it's always, there's a choice involved when my cards come out sideways here. So either you're just feeling this defeated energy, you want to give up, you're like, this is too much for me, I kind of can't deal with this right now, or it's in the reversed here and you're just being like, okay, yes, I am exhausted, yes, I am tired, but we'll figure it out, I'll keep it going here, okay? Energy is going to be happening quickly for you, it's going to be happening fast. We do have the 4 of Pentacles here, which is holding on to some kind of maybe finances, and it's also followed by the 7 of Swords here, which is kind of a thieving or taking energy here. Just watch out for that. I'm just getting this feeling of not maybe someone coming out for your finances, but it might be in a way, Leo here, where someone's trying to get money from you for something and you're just like, that's silly, I'm not going to do that here, okay? Or you're like, I'm not paying that price for this. Something in that kind of capacity here. I just feel like you were really like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put that money towards that. I'm really going to hold on to this money because I don't really have the best intention with you here. So just watch that, watch your finances. I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles upright, you are going to be okay in your finances, but just you know, really things are going to be happening and moving very quick for you, that you need to kind of really be on your toes here, right? Really be aware of what's kind of happening and going on, because there is some kind of energy here. There might be some kind of thieving energy, okay? For some of you, you might be moving or moving past something. I have the 6 of Swords here. Again, it's coming out sideways, so there's some choice involved. Some of you are going to move away from this situation, whatever is happening here, move away to calmer waters. As you can see, this person is journeying on here, and the water's a little bit choppy, but they're moving on to something a little bit more smooth, a little bit more calm here, okay? Or in the reverse, you're sticking to stay with it and stick it out. Again, some of you might be looking to move to a better housing situation here, Leo. Or some of you are being like, okay, you know what, I can hold my own ground in this situation. But again, I feel like things are going to be moving fast for you. We do have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is just telling me that I feel like this is you and your energy here, Leo. This is talking about our skills, our talent, our drive. And it feels like more in a sense of you're not really trusting yourself enough, trusting yourself to be this kind of Queen of Wands energy. Doesn't matter male or female, but someone that is just driven and has drive to get through this, you know, the warrior that you truly are, right? You are a fire sign, you are a warrior, you have strength is your card, and I feel like that's something to remember in this whole reading, is that you have the strength to kind of go through this and do this, okay? I have the Queen of Pentacles here. You might be working on some kind of making a financial decision for yourself. Maybe you're going to start investing, maybe you're going to start saving for a home, maybe you're going to start saving for a rainy day here, saving for something that you know is going to be an expense in the future. This usually has to be about nurturing investments, not really gaining money, but nurturing kind of finances that you already have, or setting yourself up to have a really stable life or a stable income here. And maybe some of you have to move to get that kind of stability. Maybe some of you have to get away from this tornado energy to really ground yourself and find that kind of stability for yourself here, okay? I have the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is a great sign to get. It's basically my gratitude card. You kind of been like, yes, maybe these cups have fallen for me, maybe something didn't really work out, maybe I am feeling really kind of defeated right now, but I still have these 2 cups here, so I'm not lost, I'm not down and out here, right? So I feel like this almost like holding on to what you already have in this kind of sense. For this kind of reading here, you're like, no, this is mine, I'm going to hold on to it. I don't know, maybe if some of you might be going through divorces or splits or something like that, because I do have this energy here of you being like, no, you're not getting any of this, you're not getting this part of it, this is something I've worked for here, whether that be through a company, whether that be through a spouse, whether that be through a will, I don't know, whatever it is for you here. But I do feel this energy where you also have to kind of stand in your power and stand in your ground in this month of May, okay? You're kind of taking me back to this Hangman energy in reverse, and it's just, again, just saying don't be too reactive. again, take everything in, really digest all of it. Watch out about your reactive energy to something. I'm just laughing because what they showed me, and it's funny because the first cards that I'm pulling here, they're like tornado, and then while I was pulling all these cards, they're like, it's showing me like the tornado being gone in the distance, you know, like the dust's kind of settling. So again, I feel like maybe the first 2 weeks are going to be really hot and heavy for you in May, and then the dust is going to kind of settle a bit for you. Okay, so don't worry here because there's a lot of good energy at the end of the month. I have the Hierophant in the reverse, and this is kind of a rebellious card. It's talking about rebelling against status quo, rebelling against, sometimes this is religious aspects, sometimes this is just higher counsel in a way, someone like mentorship here as well, but it's like you're kind of being like, this is the status quo, but this is not how I'm going to kind of play this because I don't think it's right. Here maybe you're doing something that's against the status quo or society deems as rebellious here, but I feel like there's something greater for you definitely coming in, and I feel like you are seeing the signs with this Four of Cups in reverse. It's saying that we're seeing what the universe is maybe pulling us towards. Maybe we're getting signs in dreams, maybe we're seeing angel numbers, maybe we're getting signs from loved ones we asked for, but I think you will be kind of seeing that. It's going to be like, okay, I'm starting to see the signs of this is where I'm going to kind of get pulled into, or this energy of where I kind of will get pulled into. Okay, I have this Page of Wands energy, which is this energy of this exciting, adventurous kind of new beginning for you here. Again, the dust is going to settle and there's going to be something new, something exciting, and I feel like you are going to feel this want or need to kind of adventure, especially if you had a really kind of tough go at the start of May. You're just like, now I just want to go out and do things and experience and enjoy and you know, explore and do all these things for myself here. I have the Page of Cups coming out as well, which is kind of an emotional conversation with someone, a heart-to-heart conversation. So you might be having that. It could be with a water sign because this is a water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces here. So you might be having that kind of heart-to-heart. It might be a conversation that you're feeling like needs to happen. You have the intuition here, so maybe you kind of feel like this conversation is coming here, like it's coming into, you're like, oh, I can feel this person wants to talk to me, or something like that. You might get kind of like an intuitive hit about this. It's like maybe it's someone kind of confessing their feelings, or maybe it's someone, you know, wanting to say, hey, thank you, or maybe it's someone just wanting to be like, hey, can you be my shoulder to cry on for a sec? I feel like you're going to be like, okay, I know this kind of talk is coming here. Maybe it's a mending of something here as well for you, Leo. I get like, I just kind of saw like a covering of the heart and a sigh. So I just feel like there's some kind of relief with this talk, or relief with this message here. Maybe it's just someone kind of confirming what you've kind of been feeling for a while, that what you've intuitively been feeling, and you're like, oh, that was like a nice confirmation. Or it's something where you're just like, oh, I'm really happy you kind of, you know, even though it was kind of crazy early in the month, that you really see where I was kind of coming from with this conversation. Okay, so I get this really nice energy for you near the kind of end of the month here. It's this kind of again, the dust is settling for you. I have this Three of Pentacles energy in the reverse, which means something that some kind of group or people that we were working with before, we might be deciding to leave or walk away from. This could be a coworker. Usually it's coworker energy, and usually that sometimes involves money. It usually makes sense. It's about our job. It could be also people that we were in contract with, because I have the Justice card. Maybe this is, you know, you were onboarded by a company and you're deciding to kind of go your own way, or you're saying this is going to be better being separate. I'm going to go on my own adventure here. For some of you, this could be a romantic relationship, maybe with an air sign. We have the Queen of Swords here, which is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But I feel like this is a kind of a conversation. It's a very intellectual conversation here, that's going to kind of be had. And that's what the Queen of Swords is kind of all about. It's like coming through with communication and coming through with authority and coming through with experience, right? It's like the Queen of Swords is not going to be mean or rude, but she's going to have a real conversation, and she's like going to be like, let's kind of talk about this. And I feel like that's what you might be talking about. You're like, hey, can we have a full conversation about this? You know, this is where I'm standing, this is my stance, this is what I'm feeling, without getting kind of overreactive, without kind of getting maybe a little bit nasty about something here. You're just kind of keeping it professional. This is really professional kind of energy with the Queen of Swords. She understands her power, doesn't matter male or female, understands their power, okay, and they're sticking with it. And they're like, I understand this is kind of in my capacity here, okay? It seems like it might have to do with some kind of contract, or again, might be another confirmation about Libran energy, because I do have the Justice card coming out here, which is talking about law, anything to do with law, contract, fairness, karma here as well for you, okay? So I feel like there's going to be some kind of thing where you're just like wrapped around law or contract where you might have to walk away from, or that you're ending that kind of relationship here because it's just like, no, it's too much. I'll have a real conversation about this. Like, I'll talk about this. This is why I'm leaving. This is why I'm doing this here. This is why I'm ending things kind of energy here for you, Leo, okay? Maybe it has something to do with this kind of money aspect at the top here. But again, the dust feels like it's going to settle for you in this month, and it's going to be kind of a fresh start energy is what I'm feeling. Let's see. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Expect powerful change. We're talking about that kind of in the energy changing in the bottom here. Maybe this tornado is actually a good tornado coming through to clear some things out for you, right? To kind of move on and get all that kind of stuff that needs to be out of the way. We also have perspective here, which I'll read for you. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision in reactive, where we talked about reactive, frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective, shift your point of view, and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own or conquer, pillaging the land and setting themselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up, and a new perspective is urgently needed. We have become so lost in our individual experiences that we don't realize that most things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life, and your life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in a timeline of the known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to gain greater perspective on humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. How are you being called to change your perception? And this is what we're kind of talking about here, about this kind of reactive energy, right? It's like, how can we kind of step away from that reactiveness, and how can we kind of, right, flip this upright instead and just take a step back, reflect on it, and then kind of proceed. And I think that's this kind of big change that's going to be coming in for you right now, Leo, is you're going to be less reactive about situations and more in this kind of power energy of this Queen of Swords, right? And this energy of being like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. I'm ready to kind of discuss and talk about this a little more than having this energy kind of be so sporadic, or this kind of, spiraling of energy that we were talking about with this kind of tornado, right? Okay, I see some big things for you in this month. Again, don't worry if it feels a little chaotic. I do see the dust settling. You'll be all right. All right, that was your monthly message. I hope that helped.